On your possession, I do will to profess my truth. Relative. And clear your curve. All right. Will do. All right, let's turn that down and change to something that I can leave idle on the background. Give me 1 second. Anyway, hello everybody. How's everyone doing? Wow, I literally just started and need to clear my throat. Sorry, I have some coffee. Okay. How about I go to home? Does it have any suggestions for me that I might like? Uh, a station made just for me? What is it going to play? Okay. Is there a way to view the list? Or is it just going to be random? All right, well, we'll see what it does. Anyway, hi everybody. How y'all doing? My name is Bear. I'm barely watercoloring, and I've got some fun new little toys to play with today. Um, so I want to get back to meld so I can see what I'm not doing, as they say. Um, yeah, I got a couple of these things. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. How can I lose track of days so quickly? But yesterday, yeah. We went to Michael's after I got off work, and they had a couple items that were interesting. I wasn't really going to buy something. Well, kind of. This was like $8. I actually got a proper color mixing wheel, so I can actually do it properly and not have to like wing it. Right? It's got this little triad little mixer thing on the back where you can blend with black, and it'll show you what the shades are on those two. And on this side, it shows you mixing with the different colors, and it gives you basically what you're going to get. Right? So that's kind of cool. So I've got this available as a tool to the side. Hi, goddess, welcome in. Sorry, I totally just smacked the mic. I need to move it higher up, which is what my intention was originally. Get it up out of my hair. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So hey, I hope you're doing well. Just going over some stuff we got from Michael's yesterday. One is this color mixing wheel. So you can adjust what colors you want to blend between red, yellow, blue, black, and white, and then the entire circle of potential colors. And it kind of gives you like it's hard to tell for that one because it's so dark, but it gives you a mix so you can see what they look like, right? But also importantly, it shows you what colors are across from each other, mix each other as well. But it also has this little triad thing as well. So you can see 3 colors at once on, I don't know how you would break that up, but not across from each other, like a color and then the two, how would that be called? It would be complement. The mix of the one across from it and on both sides. You know what I mean? Regardless, I'm sure there's a name for it. I'm just stupid not thinking of it. It's probably described. There's a lot of description on the front of it as well in English and French. Focus. Focus. Come on, there you go. Yeah. So on the left side and the right side has some descriptions of what things are and how to use it and everything. So I have an official tool. Wow, that's shocking. I know. I'll need to find a good place to put it where I can get to it, where it's not in the way. I haven't figured that part out yet because I just got it, but hey, it's here. Aside from that, let me scoot that over here. Another cool thing that I got It was actually on sale, and we were just talking about it before I unmuted that we might go to another Michael's to look for this because this is rare. Paper. So I was going up because I'm out of my, uh I'm trying to grab it right now. I'm out of my 9 by 12 of Arches paper because I like having some of that at the ready, right?
Trailbound
A
Sketches
raid.
just traded with 12 viewers.
Well, hey, Trail Sketches? Wow, I'm like far away from my screen, so I'm trying to read it. Yeah, Trail Down Sketches. What a cool name. Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm just screwing around. I just got started and talking about some of the stuff that I got at Michael's yesterday. We just went out just at random to get out of the house, and I thought, Michael's, let's go. So I was going to get some 9 by 12 of Arches because I like having some at the ready just for better stuff. And honestly, I had realized that having a complement of this always on hand is good to have for regular use, right? For me. So I've got two of these. This one I just opened, and another one, E3, still sealed in plastic in the drawer. And I have them come 4 times a year. They're on order on Amazon for me. So I just don't think about it. I just have them come, and when one comes in, I backfill. And I just keep a stockpile of them coming in so I can use these pretty regularly. And A3 is my favorite, like large format, right? But I like to have 9 by 12 as well. And I ran out. So I thought, hey, we want to just get out of the house. Let me go up to Michael's with you and we'll look. And while I was there, gosh dang it, get back in there. So unironically, the A3 paper is exactly the width of the drawer that I keep it in. So sometimes it's really difficult to put it back. Like, I mean, exact. Like I couldn't have planned this better. Get in here, you jerk. Okay, there we go. Anywho, while looking for 9 by 12 of that, we came across these expensive boys. The Saunders Waterford St. Cuthbert's Mill paper is stupid expensive. So it's normally like $50 or so at Michael's or more. And they had it on sale on clearance because I guess they're getting rid of it for $25. And that was like $3 cheaper than the Arches paper. So I'm like, snatch and run, baby, grab it and go. So I got two of them. And what's great about it is not only is it the size that I like, but it's 20 sheets instead of 12, like Arches has. So I've got 40 sheets of this. It's also a block instead of a pad. So it's glued all the way around, except for probably a little bit up here where I can't see because the wrapping is covering it. But on all other sides, it's glued down completely. So it's good for what I like to do, what we're going to do today. Space. That way it doesn't buckle and all kinds of crazy shit on me, right? Let me check chat. Let's see. Goddess, ooh, nice paper. Will be lurking as I have to finish up the art project by tomorrow. Yeah, you've got that due Friday. Good luck with that, Goddess. I hope you get that done on time. Don't forget to charge up your blacklight. Goddess is working on like a diorama where she's done like all of the major elements, fire, air, water, earth, all that sort of thing, and a little painting inside of a box that she like deconstructed. She's got 3D elements in there too, like glass. I think they're glass, like beads, and she has a fairy that she's made in the right corner, mushrooms over on the left, and she's used not just watercolor, but also black light acrylic paints. So when she puts her black light through the little peephole on top, you look through the hole on the side or with it folded open and everything lights up. It's really cool. She's got like an event that she's bringing it to. So check out her streams or her VODs if you want to see more of that. It's the last couple things that she's been working on. Good luck, Goddess. Aside from that, Catherine, hello, welcome in. Max of Trail Brown Sketches was painting a mountain scene and a trail through tall trees, both in watercolor. That's exciting. Scenes are scary. As you can clearly see from last time on Monday, I tried doing a scene with a sakura tree on it, a cherry blossom tree. The tree came out okay, and the water is kind of okay. It's kind of wimpy, but it's cute. But the rest of the scene was kind of meh, very pale, very blah. I didn't really like it. But when I came back to it today, I realized it still has its charm, so I still like it. And the tree, I really do like how the tree came out. Showdown Sketches said, I love how colorful your palette is, by the way. It's just delightful to look at. Thank you. It has way more than you think it should have. I have, oh, fudge. What was it? 33, I think. I'd have to manually count it, but I think 33 in here, and then 11 more on these trays. I had, I think it's that much. 44? I don't remember anymore. Too many colors that I got from Daniel Smith. I got a bunch of those 10 count sets that you see on Amazon. And then a couple, like the primaries on the bottom were one set. And then I just got them all. I just got so many, too many, way more than I'll ever eventually need. But I wanted to be overwhelmed with too many choices so that I can learn over time what my favorites are going to be. And those are the ones that I'm going to refill. But I have so much time because so many of the sets came with duplicates. And what I did is I put them all in this. This is a makeup holder that I got on Amazon. And I put all of the tubes in here so I can go back to them and refill as they start running out. So I'll be good for a while. But eventually the goal is these 5mm tubes will run out. As I figure out which ones I run out of, I think that will teach me which ones I prefer, right? Because I'll be going to them and running out of them, right? Is the theory. So I'm going to be trying to keep the empty tubes to use in the future as a learn which ones I like the most, and then I'll get the big versions to replace those. And then someday I may lessen this palette, shrink one down, get a smaller, more, purpose driven what I do one. Excuse me one second. Sorry about that. Just wanted to clear my throat and not do it in your ear. If I ever do that and I don't catch myself muting, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I know clearing the throat is so loud. But I'm one of those, I know there's different types of person, like A type, B type, and all that. I've never quite really worked out what that means because it doesn't really matter to me, but it's still useful information. Hey, Krista, welcome in. Um, I am the kind of person that prefers it more clean. Which is really funny because Krista, I think I met her on someone's channel named Artful Turkey, and he was just on the other day. And he, every now and then when he comes in, he makes fun of my palette because it's not dirty enough. Because I tend to, over time, when it starts mixing up too much and it gets too muddy, it bugs a piece of my brain. And I'm like, too messy, too messy, too messy. And I have to clear the well on the bottom of the palette and I start over again. I'm trying to get over that because I know that's where you get some of your most beautiful colors and they mix. So I'm trying not to touch it. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, aside from that, I guess I can do some intros. I'm really late on that. I don't really tend to do the whole "What's up, guys? I'm on Twitch" kind of deal, but I'll do the basics. My name is Bear. I am barely watercoloring, but I go by Bear or Barely, whatever you like. And the name says it all. I'm kind of a newbie. April would have been 2 years that I've been watercoloring. And it's just a hobby for me. It's no traditional training, and no desire to do traditional training. I have a full-time job already. I work in IT. This was and is my savior. This is what keeps me sane. So I can do something to the side that makes me happy, that I can turn my brain off and just kind of play, right? Uh, and because of that, you're gonna see me flip and flop between, "Ooh, that looks nice," and like, "Ooh, it looks like he just started," because that's basically who I am. Some of my stuff looks really cool. I'm really happy and proud of it, and then some of it ends up looking like, "Whoa, what the hell?" So I try to post everything that I do on Instagram, whether I'm proud of it or not. So if you want, find the link down below to my Instagram page. And check out what I've done previously, and you'll see the back and forth nature of my capabilities. I tend to lean more toward enjoying painting space and Star Trek related stuff. I know someday, should I desire or be good enough to want to sell things, I won't be able to sell anything branded, right? So not without getting like a deal, which will never happen. Never say never. But I won't be able to sell or make any money, even in videos getting ad revenue off of Star Trek type stuff. So when I do it, it's for sure for no income. It's just because I enjoy it. But everything else is just I enjoy doing nebulas, galaxies, things like that. And I'm trying to get better at that, which is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to try doing a nebula on that new paper. So we'll test it out. And Krista said, I clean my palette that way so it doesn't create muddy colors. Exactly. And it's really up to you, right? Because I do space stuff primarily, I need really good sharp colors a lot of times because that's what makes them look super vibrant, right? Um, and if I do nothing but muddy colors everywhere, they don't end up looking as good. Now, it doesn't mean you can't do a nebula with muddy colors. You can. Uh, it's just part of my cleanliness thing that I'm just like, freaking out. Can't do it. What paper am I testing? Oh, girl. So I mentioned at the beginning that we went to Michael's yesterday, and one of the things I got that you're going to appreciate, I hope, is that I got a color mixing wheel so I can actually try to learn some color theory and start memorizing it. So I will try to be using this when I need to know when I need to do shadows on things, among other things. And it's got like a little triad, little wheel on the back of it. So it keeps this handy. Well, it has the same one. Yeah, it was like $8 or $9 at Michael's. So it was a pretty good deal for it. And it's better to have something pre-made that I can use. I appreciate it a lot. But I'll learn how to use that as I go. The paper was also, it was on sale at Michael's. You're going to probably be like, squee, I can't believe it. I got 2 blocks of the Saunders Waterford 9 by 12. Normally it's over $50, and we got them both for $25 each. They were on sale on clearance, and they're getting rid of them at that store. So when I get off today, maybe after we eat, we're thinking of going by another Michael's to see if they're doing the same sale and getting more because I'm never going to get them for that price. I was going to go get arches on my 12 because I ran out and these were on sale and I knew I could not pass up getting this because once these are gone, I almost definitely will never buy more because it's just so absurdly expensive by comparison. I almost think I remember you saying you used this, but I could be mixing that up with somebody else. Regardless, it's here. I'm excited for it. They are blocks. They're glued around all sides. We'll see that here in a minute when I open it. And we're going to use one today. I'm going to work on a nebula and we'll do it on this. Let me put up the little sakura blossom tree scene from Monday. Put it in a drawer somewhere. This was from last week. Both of these. See, I like doing space. So I just did this last week. Little collage or little nebula type things. I like the color. Before that, I was working on learning how to underpaint, and I was practicing underpainting on here. And I tried making some apples. I've been screwing around with granulating paints and doing stuff using that, looking at all the textures that it makes. So, I mean, I've just been playing. All right, stop screwing around there. I can stop screwing around. Let me put this all over here. Think. Oh yeah, I dropped this. I dropped this. I made an Apple logo the other day too, and I cut it out. Like the old, like 70s, 80s Apple logo. Because again, I work in IT, so sometimes I try to throw in some geeky stuff too. Nice. It'd be interesting to see how wet their how well the paper is. No, haven't tried that one yet. Yeah, because it's absurdly expensive. I never thought I'd get my hands on it. So let's open one up. Grab some coffee and I'll move it to the side. 1 second. Ah, all right. Let me grab. I've got. Oh yeah, I have this little baby sakura tree I did the other day. Super cute. Very hot pink. Very opera pink. All right. Scoot them over here. Let me grab my X-Acto blade. And my throat is just like, blue. The cost is pro. Wait, what? Pro more because of the block form. Is it? Probably. Oh, probably more. Oh, I see. It might be. I think a lot of it is just because they just are absurdly expensive and they just want to be absurdly expensive. The the one watercolorist that I started watching to begin with, Jenna Rainey, originally in her first videos were using arches. And then in her more recent videos where she moved out of country, I forget where she moved to, she, come on now, there we go. She started using Saunders Warford paper. And she said it was far more expensive. And I'm like, I am not ever going to be using it. Yeah, look at all the different media that it says that it supports down the bottom. All right. Yeah, so it handles pretty much everything. And I think it said this is a fine grain. I assume it doesn't say fine anywhere, but it does say grain thin, which makes me think of final, but I think it might be fine. Let me fold this off and get it in the trash. And we can take a look at it. Okay. Yeah. All right, let me put the blade up so I don't accidentally cut myself again. Right. That's interesting. Wait, so is that meant to be taken off? Is this like a top layer? I think it is. That's so weird. I take my glasses off and look at this. Yeah, genuinely, I think it is a top layer that you're meant to take off to get to the paper to protect it. Wow, talk about overprotection. That's crazy. It's covered in plastic, it has a lid, and it has a top layer to take off. Arches does the same thing, like for their blocks, really? I've never actually gotten a block from Arches. The only blocks I've got is from Strathmore, and I think one other I can't remember. I've got way over there. Oh, that's wild. I didn't know that. That's super cool to know. I had no idea. Let me locate. Okay, hang on. What have I done? Let me see. Okay, you come over here for a minute. Here. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there it is. Like I've got my palette knife. It was just tucked back behind everything. Oh, this is the little thing I got on Amazon to replace my old paintbrush holder because it has more holes. I've used up almost all of them. But yeah, it's actually really nice. And I like it that it can go flat up against the wall at the back of my table. There we are. All right, let's go ahead and peel this off. Ours just also has a serial number on it. That is silly. That's super silly. I had no idea. That's I don't know if that's overkill or not. We'll see. So amazing to consider that they've got a sacrificial piece of paper on here. That's just crazy talk. I mean, I think it's actual watercolor paper, so you could probably paint on it. Interesting to think of. All right. I'll put this over here for now. No, it is not. It is a different color and everything. Fascinating. All right. You go, guys. Right. Let me go ahead and put that in the trash. And I'm sure there's some people that are probably like, keep that and put it on top as an extra sleeves over your painted work. I'm not. Let me put this over here. And for fun, that is a piece of arches. So I took my A3 arches and cut it in half to get a smaller piece out of it. So let's look at this a little closer. Let me grab my camera controls really quick and zoom in. Is there anything really to note that's different between them? The color is actually weirdly different. Assuming this isn't an additional blank piece, I don't think it is. Though it does almost look like a different color from the paper underneath it. Well, let's count. They say there's 20 sheets in this, so let's look. So I've got one, two, oh, that's hard to see. One, two, three. Oh my God, I don't think I can count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I need something to point at it to be able to see this that close. All right, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Does it have directions on it? Because that just seems crazy to me. It does not. I know what it does. To release paper, no, just yeah, to release paper, place a knife under the top sheet in the small unglued area by the cover. Carefully slide the knife. Oh yeah, it just talks about removing it. But that's I don't know if you're able to see this or not. So the color of this top piece of paper is like a bluish shade, which is not the same as the art is. But when you look at it from the top edge, I don't think that's going to focus. Come on. Might it focus? The top page is this blue tone, and everything underneath it, I think, is the typical paper color. So it's almost like you take the top two sheets off, which feels wrong to do. But I'm not afraid to do that because I can always have a sheet to the side that I'll use when I don't want it to be on a block, and it'll help me learn if there is indeed a difference between them. So I say we're going to take this off and retain the entire rest of this block and the whole other block unharmed. I'm just going to go around it. Yeah, that is absolutely a different shade. I don't even know why that's there. I'll have to go and look that up online later. Let's finish separating it. Yeah, that's, oh yeah, it's a different color. It's a different texture. It's probably not even watercolor paper. It's probably like a cardboard or some simulation of it because it's got the texture, but it's not the same texture as the block underneath it. That is more like it. That is a color I'm used to. What is the deal with that? So arches tend to be more natural unless you buy their white. The S brand almost looks like it has a violet or gray. Really? Yeah, that's the weirdest thing ever that I had a cover sheet. The overwhelming protection, plastic, regular sheet, a sheet that has their brand name on it that I already threw away, then this blue sheet, and then the regular paper underneath it. Like if I didn't know, I would have never removed this. And it's just because the color is so off that I'm like, this is not right. It can't be. But I'm keeping it because that's just interesting. I want to try to paint on it later, or maybe use a sketch, like as a sketch paper or something. That's just weird. All right, we'll keep it safe to the side. Let's look at this. So arches versus the St. Cuthbert's Mill paper is fairly close in color. The St. Cuthbert's Mill paper is slightly more yellow. That or the arches is slightly more blue. But there is a very slight difference in the color of the paper. That's really interesting. Okay, I'll keep this to the side. Let's go ahead and get the palette knife out of the way. And let's fold. Oops, sorry, that was really loud. I didn't mean for that to be. fold this back. Try not to get my finger grease all over the paper. All right. We've got ourselves a big old block, guys. All right. So I'm gonna take my glasses off because they're tinted yellow, so they'll mess up my vision, but I won't be able to see very well far away. I am nearsighted. So let's see. So nice to get a raid. Super cool. All right. Let's think it through. We're gonna go simple today. Just this one nebula. Once we're done with it, we're done for the day. But let's do it smart. So I think what I'm going to do is wet on wet, at least for the first layer. Let me move it up where you can see it without anything in the way. And I'll try to keep it in that same spot the whole time that we work. And maybe I'll zoom out. Uh, yeah, at least let you see the whole field. And when I need to zoom in, I will. Excited to see how well the paper holds up. Me too, right? We're going to do it. So for planning phase, we're going to wet the whole surface with water. Just keep adding more side to side, and then I'll up and down to help even it out. And I'll let it sit for a moment, see how well it absorbs, and if it starts to quickly dry out or not. It probably won't. Just to keep an eye on it. And then we're going to hit it with some lighter colors. And then we're going to let it dry completely, or we'll make it dry completely. I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. I think I might do a combination maybe of moon glow and lunar blue because they're really pretty and granulating. And maybe we'll throw a couple lighter colors around it. Let's start with the water and then we'll work our way in. Okay. So I try to have 2 things of water with me at all times. I used to do 3 and I realized that was too much. I had a warm, a cool, and a rinse, and that was just getting obnoxious. So I'm trying to train my brain to use a cool and a warm. And as I draw clean water from that and I rinse it and use it thoroughly and I go back to rinse, I try to rinse the warm in the warm. And then when I go to cool, I try to rinse cool in the cool. So these are going to turn colors far more than you would imagine because I don't have a rinse container. And that's just how I'm trying it, just to see how that goes. I'm just going to go to the cool just because it's in front of me and just start adding more. Yeah. And 800, 600 pound paper? No, it's 300. This is the same thing. I'll put it up close so you can see it. Hopefully it will focus on this so we can focus, you jerk. Okay. Or 140 pound? No, yeah, 140. I'm sorry. 300 GSM, 140 pound. It refuses to focus. Oh, there we go. Mostly. Mm, right. Right. And let me turn on the light across me and see if I have indeed wet the paper thoroughly. Yes, it looks good. Glossy, but not puddled. I'll try to hold that where you can see it a little bit. I don't think you will because there's no light on the other side of it, but it is pretty sufficiently wet. I'm gonna let it sit like this for just a moment. And then I think I might hit it with just a tiny bit more water just to see. Can you put my glasses back so I can see chat because it is so far away. Um, might need 3 water jars. I know, right? It's a good system. 3 or 2 depends on what your needs are. You know, like for cleanliness sake, having a rinse jar is great for everything you do. And then you can keep your 2 jars super clean. Alternatively, you can do 2 jars and just have one for clean water and one for rinse water and don't care whether they're warm or cool. So we'll see. Okay. It looks fairly well even. It hasn't really buckled too much. It's fairly well flat. It has done that thing where everywhere that it's not attached on the edges, it has slightly pillowed a very tiny amount. I don't think it's very easy to see. Let me do a little bit more water across the whole surface and try to even it out. Let me put a couple of drops in a couple spots. Yeah, and I'm just going to go across it, left or right again. Okay. And then up and down, try to even it out. No puddles. Okay. I think that will be good. Yes, it looks fairly even. Okay. I can see it. Made a diamond shape. A tiny bit. All right. So I am going to zoom in so you can see it. So you're not going to be able to see the palette as well. But this way, at least you can see what I'm working on. So colors. Let me go ahead and quickly spritz my palette. Just to get everything kind of activated a bit. We're going to start scrubbing pretty quick, I think. All right. Let me grab a round brush. To my trusty size 6. And let me, I think I'll go Prussian blue. No, you know what? Well, yeah, I know we can do Prussian blue. Oh, let's just do maybe a little bit across here. A little darker down here. Okay. Interesting. All right. And maybe I'll grab some, I've got some cobalt blue up here. Let's get a little bit of that. Okay. I'm just going to add some to the edge right here. And maybe along this side. All right. And let's go for the lunar blue, which I love because it granulates and it separates and super pretty. and it is drying. So it's good to know it has not maintained being wet. I probably needed to do another full, like let it really soak in and then do another full wash of water on it. But it'll be okay. I think we'll get there eventually. Let me switch to a bigger brush so I can pick up a little bit more. Let's go Loom Glow. What in the last sky? All right. Some indigo. Okay. All right. Here comes a mess. Go ahead and get my spray bottle out, cap off, and we're gonna do some spraying. And grab some paper towel really quick so I can clean. And had a little bit of crossover there, but that's fine. Oh, that is just so wet right there. Let's get rid of this extra. I don't care. It's gonna dry up, kind of light, and we're gonna color it up anyway. It's not, I don't mind. Oh wow, it buckled like crazy in the middle. So it's wet enough to buckle, but not wet enough to stay wet the whole time. That's really interesting. Okay, interesting. Arches buckles too, but they usually dry flat on blocks. Yeah, it'll dry flat. It's just that initial getting it really wet, and then right here where this crossed over, it's bowed in a little bit. It's mostly dry now, but you can see, right, just on the edge there, it's more buckled on the outer rim, but it made a well in the middle, and that all just kind of shifted inward a little bit. And that's okay. Off you. You can see the buckling. Yeah, it's okay. Let's put our water over here. Put my paper towels somewhere they won't catch on fire. And let's make this dry. Get my heat gun. That. All right. Let's see. Look, we're still wet. We're still a little bit buckled. Yeah, we're still a little wet in the middle. Let's hit it some more. And how are we doing now? Yeah, we're almost back down. It's still buckled a little bit. But it feels dry. It's probably wet just underneath it. I think Yeah, unless I let it dry naturally, which would definitely flatten it out. I think the more I try to dry it on top, it's just gonna make the top both dry, but it might have a danger of burning. So I don't want to overdo it. So I say, because it is buckled in the middle right there, I'm going to have to do wet on dry. Otherwise, I'm just gonna get big puddles. Yeah. If I touch it with the back of my hand, if it's cold, it's still technically wet. But you know what? It is. So let's hit it a little bit more. But this time I'm just gonna do it from a distance in one spot. Well, in a variety of spots, but I'm gonna let it sit here and think about what it did. It could be turned into a sky and sea. So, like, my idea was kind of thinking, like, it's still space, but the idea was that it was going to be like we're between two clouded layers and we're like looking at right down the middle. All right. So we can see the cloudy area above, we can see the cloudy area below, surrounded by darkness. Right. Like, we'll see when it's done. Yeah, it needed that. That flattened it far more, letting it dry more. You see, just there, it's just a tiny bit buffled right in the middle there. It's definitely flatter than it was, and it's dry. It's not cool anymore. It's not. And guys, man, I'm so happy right now. Got Barely on TV and BCS listening party on Weverse, whatever Weverse is. I love them so much. Ah, heck yeah. And you're working on your own projects. You just got like a trifecta going on, right? Okay, so I'm not gonna wet on wet this one, I don't think. I think we're going to go in with our blues. Let's do cobalt, get all the extra wet off. Just get a little dark areas. And we'll add water to it in a second. Mm. And let's hit the other side. Got that dried up real quick. Reverse is the app where fans connect with their fave K-pop bands. Oh, it almost sounded like a commercial for it. Super cool. Eat. Whoops. Bring this down a little bit. Trying to get in the picture. And Raven Simone going on. Mhm. Okay. Brilliant, really. There's over 86,000 listening tuning in right now to the BTS listening party via conditioning center streaming music service of choice, which pushes up the ratings for their songs, and the number tuning in keeps going up as people get off work. It's crazy. They're truly like a modern day like Beatles, right? Maybe not the boy band aspect, but the a modern group that's like as soon as it's on the radio, it's shaping crazy and everyone goes nuts over it. Same idea. As of April 16th, BTS dominates the charts with their new studio album, which I keep getting the name wrong. Error Ring. We're going with it. Spending a third consecutive week at number one on the Billboard 200, making them the first group in 13 years to achieve this feat. Wow. The album also ruled the top album sales chart, while the title track, Swim, remains number one on the Billboard Global 200. Uh-huh. I'm done fangirling. Uh-huh. Yeah, Beatles is a good comparison, right? Clearly. All right. Let's hit the next color. And I realize I kind of did it wrong, so I'm going to switch these up, and I'm going to go to Moon Glow next. I'm going to put some more water in there. Okay. We get in there. And let's get a little darker. Let's hit one layer. Let's see. Glad you knew the work. Knew the word. Yeah. Autocorrect kept changing it to fingerling. Yeah, I don't know why. Word not work. I know what you meant. Loving that bear, love the color. Thank you. Krista saying, how's the hubby doing? He's good. He's in the kitchen cooking dinner right now. So he is back there just working his absolute tail off. But he's doing good. Thank you for asking. Let's get a little bit more of this up above. I'm gonna fan it out a little bit because I'm doing just lines. I'm trying to make it expand that direction a little bit. Heck, I'm gonna grab a little bit more over on this side. Okay. And let's go to our lunar blue next. We fill that up with some water. Oh, you must have fixed the mic. I don't hear him cooking tonight. Oh yeah, I fixed it after that one day. That one day I had already started streaming. And so I turned off the studio mic thing and just had it on wide open. Today, it is back to the studio mic setting. That and I'm on the other side of the room from the kitchen now too. So excuse me. Losing focus. And we darken it a little more. A little bit darker than that corner right there. Okay. And we'll wipe that off. And let's get some indigo. Up. It's a good song. It's from Agatha All Along, the Marvel miniseries. So good. Down, down the road, down to which is the road. Hey, the sound just followed. I don't know how to pronounce that. Coot? Count? 2 or 5? I'll take it. Welcome on in. Thank you for following. Go. And we're Hi there. Hi there. Can I believe I understand? Do you describe that whole feeling that smooth to this track? Actually, no, it's not. 1,000 thieves to see. I'm like a shivering star. I've come so far. I can't go down to it. To be. That's so hard to get off without dripping too much. I can only sing this song like Milli Vanilli. Oh, that's funny. I'm open paralyzed now. Well, where to come? We're saying we're on to be dreaming. It's time to spend smiling world with you. I mean, I have to try it. Oh, it's a technique I've never seen before. Yeah. What kind of technique? Okay. Let's see. How are we doing? We do have some buckling right there. I'm not happy with how that came out. You see. Let's smear some of these circles around a little bit, tiny bit. Make them a little less circular. I decided colors of the night. I'm calculating. All right, let's try this off. This is a hot air gun. It does 400 degrees Fahrenheit on the one side and 800 on the other. It's like a craft heat gun. I never used the really hot one because it could burn the hell out of everything. But the number one setting, I'm sorry, the other way around. The number one setting is 400 degrees, and that's plenty from a distance to not burn everything, but to dry it off. And it's a little bit more focused than a like a hair dryer, unless more noisy. Yeah, more focused. And smaller than your other freight heat gun. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of them that are like actual pull trigger ones as well. Some of that are rechargeable as well, which is crazy. I imagine they don't last long before needing recharging. Excuse me. Yeah, this was on Amazon for I think 20 bucks. It's been a while. Well over a year. I have to go look it up. Ten those like no name Chinese brands. Yeah. Oof. Bare naked ladies. All right. I used to have one, but you accidentally burned it out, Krista. Oh no. You gotta get one. They're cheap enough. You could probably replace it without going too crazy. Unless you want to get one that's powerful and better. Okay. So let me do one more little bit of extra work on this. Get that little redder. Breathing you child if you're right. Can the baby sing? You got to stand on your tongue. It ain't to be the beautiful night. The baby sing. Ah, ah, ah. I'll do it. Do I have a reference for what I'm doing or just in my head? Oh, entirely in my head. I do want to start doing referenced uh, space scenes off of like NASA imagery. I would love to do that. I'm just kind of layering, trying to go from the middle outward, in both directions, just to be weird and haphazard and different and filling some gaps and not filling others. And then doing this last layer of like just indigo, trying to be thinner with it, more toward the middle, and then like getting darker as it goes toward the outer edges. But I want to leave big gaps where I can. And sometimes I'll go up and go crazy and do a big cloud around the middle. Sometimes I won't. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing randomness. A painting will tell you what it wants to look like. Exactly. That's very Bob Ross of you. Yeah. Maybe the happy little tree will tell you what it wants to be. It'll tell you how big it wants to be. Let's try this around. Grab the other side. Uh, my wife laughed at me when I said, I listen to my food when I cook. Then she realized I was serious. I mean, yeah, everything you do kind of speaks to you, right? I mean, if you don't pay attention to what you're doing and don't, I guess, learn the lessons from what it's telling you, you're going to screw things up in the grand scheme of things, right? If it sizzles too loud, it might be too hot. Okay, let's grab a little bit. I don't want to go nuts with it over here, I think. In fact, I might go the other direction because I kind of like how light it is. Let's see. I'll just do a little stripe. Just be for me, not be tired. That guy that played in Fargo. Yeah, in the air. Sorry, I'm going random and rogue. Just trying to get some kind of texture in here where we're in the fringes. You know, where it gets kind of wispy. Uh, hmm. Ooh, park. Barracuda. Let's rock out. Oh, oh, oh. All right. And now I want to hear Magic Man. We can make that happen. As soon as I find it. Try to go. Just for you, goddess. Oh, to understand this. Try to understand this magic thing. Ah, Shark is so good. What's next? Oh, I'll take it. This feeling inside, not one of those who can make high. Morning, come on, boy, if I did. I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, huh. But then again, no. A man who makes potions in the traveling show. But it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. And you could tell everybody this is run. Run, be quite simple, but now that it's done, don't learn. I hope you don't know it. I don't need the words. I know I need them. I only want is to know in the world. Set on the roof. My mind, so few of the verses that got me cut across. Spent lifetime while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. It's me forgetting these things I do. I've forgotten if they're green or the blue. Anyway, thing is, what I really need, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. You could tell everybody this is your son. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't learn. Just that you're in the world. Wait, about old. Wow. This one? I can't miss the young hour. Ah, this is a good list. Need to face the life that's ahead. What can supply of hope? We'll search for tomorrow. On there we shall all over our ground. Today, the real one. They are so hard to sing to. God dang. Yeah, right. Sing. Some happy, some sad. Into childhood friends and the dreams we had. We live happily forever. So the story goes. Somehow we missed out on the particle. We'll try as best we can. Okay. We are. Say it away. These are pens. Bye, 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 bye. Oh, bye, 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 bye. Deep, bye, bye, and bye, 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 bye. Paler angel. Deep Dust. Hi, welcome in. I'm just finishing up. Headed for the sky. There we go. That, ladies and gentlemen, is that. We've got ourselves one shiny, weird looking space scene. I don't think it shows quite as much depth as I wanted, but it's not bad. I like it. Feels flatter than I wanted. I want it to feel like this is in the distance and this stuff is closer, but it's fine. Oh, it came out really good. I like it. It's very loud. Let me turn the music down. Dito's working on a miniature house while being here. Heck yeah, that's fun. That's super cool. Like a miniature house, like dollhouse scale or smaller? A diorama? Something of that nature? The stars make a big difference. They do, don't they? It changes everything. Adding stars to a space scene and peeling tape from something that has tape down just turns things around. It really does. Now, I guess the question is, how does it look from different angles? Because that matters, right? Secret, secret. I've got a secret. That's kind of nice. This looks like a spaceship or something and it's beaming something down. Let me zoom back out. There we go. I've got a secret. I've been hiding under my skin. All right. Smaller than a dollhouse, like a real house, but a mini version. It even has a lights that actually work. That's cool. Just let me protect this really quick. Yeah, good paper. Don't blame the paper for anything, blame the artist. Keep me alive. But without emotion. I'm not what you see. Gosh, do you like it like this, vertical? This calls out to me more than having it sideways. I like it vertical. Forget what you know. I'm just circumstances went beyond its control, beyond my control. We all need control. That's how I felt about this one. I liked it better vertical as well than how I painted it. I painted it like this, but I liked it so much better vertical. You prefer it sideways, but also vertical? Yeah, I think it can work either way, right? And it's up to the person that, ends up with it someday. I painted it primarily like this, but it could be anything. It's up to the viewer, I guess, right? I like it either way. Yes, this way. Domo, domo. Domo, domo. All right. Turn it down for a sec. You catch up with what you guys have said. How hard is it to learn to peel the page off? Not hard at all. I used a palette knife. So in space, there is no up or down, correct? Which makes Star Trek really weird and all the other stuff because they always have them on the same plane of existence. So maybe I can do it like maybe this. Will it focus if I do this? Yeah. So if we get in close, do you see that there are lines like where the gap is between the paper? So this one side that's white right here is where you've got enough room to wedge in a blade or a palette knife. And because I don't want to use a blade because I've done it before and it cuts the paper really badly, I'm using a palette knife because it's a dull edge. So it lets me very nicely get in to that little gap. And then you just very gently go in a straight line. Try not to dig it down. Try not to point it too far up because even though it's a blunt edge, it can scratch the paper, right? And you really don't want to scratch the next piece of paper underneath it because that'll be permanent. So try to keep it even, or if anything, very gently a little upward, I think, and just go slow. And it perfectly goes between the pages and it hits the glue and it just separates it nicely. So that works really well. And just kind of go around it very carefully. The corners get kind of rough, but once you hit the corner, it goes right around it. Really nice. So that works really well. And they've got a nice little arrow to point at saying you can separate it here. But you can see the black glue on this one is all the way around all the other edges. So it's really good at holding it down. Really nice. I like it. It's good paper. Great paper. Let's see. Yes, Goddess, you like it vertical? Yeah. I like either way. Either way is really nice. This is how it was intended, but I like the idea of it being something else altogether that's vertical like this. That's beaming something through space. Pretty cool. It held up to water at least, Krista says. Now wonder on scrubbing. Do you feel the colors stayed together or stayed brighter than arches? I kind of think they did. I don't know. I would say that's a good experiment for the future. We can take, I've got that piece of arches that I cut, and I can take a piece of this off and cut it in half to use for scrap for testing, right? And we can try putting the same colors down and scrubbing them and doing the same color mix on them. We can try blooms. We can try granulation. I did a little bit of. This one feels like it's a finer texture, which makes sense why it says fine on the surface. It's not as rough as the normal arches is. Even though those rough arches too, just standard cold press arches is more rough than this cold press was. This is a much finer grain. So I don't think it quite granulated as heavily. It did it very much so, but it wasn't as heavy as it is. Like, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but like some of the areas in between, yeah, no, it's not focusing. Focus. Get close. Pull away. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, there we go. You can see like right there, that kind of moon glow, the purplish just to the southeast of that star, the big star. You can see where it kind of granulated a little bit with the paper. Up here a little bit more. You can see it. It's not just the light or the texture like it. It did separate and granulate right there. Right there. So it works. It's just different. So it would be interesting doing the same thing on both sheets side by side and just writing down this one's St. Cuthbert's Mill, this one is Arches, and do the same stuff. And that's a good call. Maybe we'll do that next week on Monday, along with something else. I think that's a good plan. All right. I think that's it. I'm going to go ahead and finish. I won't be here Monday. You're right. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me of that. I won't be here Monday. I'll be here Thursday. I forgot I've got a work event I had to go to on Monday. Completely forgot about it. All the bigwigs are in town and they're going to be up in the office. I have to be up there for a couple days and we're doing a dinner. So I forgot. I absolutely won't be here Monday. But Thursday next week. This time next week, I will be here. Yeah, let me see. Let me double check if there's anything that I missed and then I'll head on out. Haven't been brave enough to try a block of paper yet. You can get cheaper blocks. There's cheaper blocks of paper you can get for testing just to see how it works if you want to experiment with it. It's really only good, I think, for this kind of thing, right? If you're going to wet down the whole piece of paper and go edge to edge, it helps hold it down for you so it doesn't buckle. Like it stayed really straight once it dried. That might still be a little damp right there where you see it a little bit rippled. Or I imagine if you're going to go like out of the house with it and go to places and you don't want to bring like a whole set of tape and everything with you and you want to bring just a block of paper to paint on or a book of paper, I think that probably works really well, being able to travel with it a bit. So that's an option for a block of paper as well. So yeah, I'm going to prep to head out. Makes me think of solar storm sending out solar particles. Yeah, that's what I thought of too, Goddess. I had the feeling it reminds me a bit of like a solar storm or like a jet from a pulsar or something crazy. Working with alcohol glue. A bit strong smelling. Oh, that's what you're using to assemble the house? Interesting. Alcohol glue. I don't think I've ever heard of alcohol glue, but I imagine what its purpose is. I imagine it's to make it where it adheres quickly because the alcohol evaporates out very fast, so it sticks quickly, but probably less quickly than super glue or cyanoacrylate glue does. So you don't stick your fingers together, hopefully. Maybe that's why. Hmm. Interesting. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I absolutely appreciate you. Again, if you want, feel free to check out underneath my Instagram. I'm here in a moment when I go to my end screen. I've got a QR code there if you want to scan that to get to it. I'll leave it up for a couple of minutes. Um, but yeah, I post everything there. So if I haven't posted this yet by tonight, I will by tomorrow at the latest. And just check out everything I do there, and then come back and watch me here, even though I'm boring and weird. Just feel free to hang out if you want to. Just have fun. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no, yeah, I've gone stupid. There's no like requirements when you're here. Just come in and hang out and chat. And I just appreciate you guys. All right. I'm gonna stop yammering. I'm gonna go. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Everyone who came in today with the raid and hung out and followed, and anyone else that just found me separately, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. And everyone that knows me and have been here a while, thank you guys so much too. And if you're yammering, I'm gonna head on out. Guys, have a great night. I will see you next week. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see y'all later. Bear out. Bye. Bye. Aqualung. Bye. Bye-bye.